Zoomer's lineup is really interesting because when I first saw Tiny, I'm like, this is going to be a carry Tiny, right? Because all the changes that they made, the shard gives you a permanent tree now. So a lot of people were, guessing the fact that maybe that's going to be a position 1. But with Lone Druid and Ursa, I don't know. Might be a support Tiny after all, which makes me very sad. But Ursa's shard, just want to throw it out there, enrages when you jump in with the Earth Shock, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
It's his first ability. His jumpy ability, his Q, as the League of Legends player would say. Yeah. That's like a top 5 shard already, I think.
It's good, yeah. It's really good. It's like the old satanic status resistance BS in team fights, right? Because like half the time he's going to be getting that enrage, which is very annoying. And it gets status resist now too. A lot more status resist from the talents. So it's
they got rid of the -3 second cooldown on that spell, but then they put -2 seconds as part of the shard for some reason. Yeah. So it's basically a level 20 talent in combination with everything else. So Hero's absurd.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. And
Death Prophet.
PentAce banning out the Mars. I would have figured between one of these 3, like Tiny, Lone Druid, Ursa, they're cores, right? I guess they're still wagering that one of these is still going to be a support in some capacity. Maybe the Tiny, I guess, at that point. But I'm with you, Suns fan. I thought that with that tree change, this was just going to escalate in stock value and mostly be that one position. And
I mean,
people have been spamming it like that.
If Faceless Void can be support, so can Lone Druid, gentlemen. We'll see.
Oh man!
Or you could just have him off lane, mid Tiny, who plays pseudo carry, Ursa position 1, and you're picking your position 4 last. Who knows? But Death Prophet, one change that I thought was interesting. They got rid of her original shard, which is the minus armor. And now, basically, her siphon provides fear. So it's fear versus the Lone Druid fear. It's fear on fear action with fear in the game himself. So not sure he's going to play either of those, but, just keep that in mind, gentlemen. The fear is very important.
Yeah.
Canon. We got it. Yeah.
This is what you pay me for.
I was about to say how complete dog shit awful this fear is, and just crap all over your little theory there. But with the puck coil, it's not so bad actually. You could fear people and break the coil, right? You get like a 5-man coil, you just siphon 4 people, boom. That's a 1-team fight. That doesn't seem so bad. I mean, especially if it's a 5 Death Prophet, like you don't really care that much about. Aghanim shards at 1,400 gold. It's not that expensive. A 5 can afford that.
I'm going to talk a bit out of my ass here because I don't think they need well, maybe they do. Depends on where Death Prophet plays. But Crystal Maiden with Centaur. Do you guys want to know why that's good? Cinderin told me this. Had to give my man credit. So the new shard for CM allows you to move, right?
Oh my god!
While you're channeling Freezing Field, but you're very slow. But Darkseer and Centaur allow you to be hasted. So you can literally move with hasted speed while freezing fielding. That sounds legit.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
I feel like you're just quickly moving yourself into getting stunned by like a Lone Druid or Tiny or Warlock or
potentially.
Just
need a BKB as well. You need some items.
Okay.
It's legit.
They also do need a carry on PentAce, I believe.
Yeah.
So let's see. What do we got that's OP right now? Is PL? Oh, PL's banned. Okay. That PL's like the most busted carry. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my! What is this lineup?
So Davian of the anime and one of the most heavy melee type core lineups ish. It's like bruisers and beaters and battlers on the side of Zoomers over here.
I like it. Tiny is 100% of support. Very sad to see that. I thought they might like use him as kind of like a bait almost. It's kind of like a flex pick, but it's kind of obvious that they weren't gonna.
Yeah, they immediately showed the Ursa, so it's like, okay. They just really like Tiny, I guess, for Ocean here. Just against Puck, I guess. Burst Rubik as well.
Probably offlane Lone Druid. That would be my guess.
I don't know.
I guess it could be offlane Dragon Knight.
Yeah. Nah, dude, it's definitely mid. It's gonna be offlane Brax DK. I think the idea behind this lineup is you just like you have like the fighting carry Ursa guy that's gonna have a Battle Fury and farming, and then the other heroes you have Warlock who has this insane team fight, and then you pushing from Lone Druid and the DK. So they're gonna like 4-man Death Ball with the carry that's also capable of fighting, even if he goes for a Battle Fury. So I actually really like this from Zoomers. This is the sort of shit that I think they're really good at. This like brawl heavy. Like Gunnar was saying, like this is either going to look really stupid or they're going to stomp.
I hate Dragon Knight off lane. Just gonna throw that out there. That will never change. Although I will say his shard, I love talking about shards. You can now use it when not in dragon form, which I didn't even know was a thing. I can't believe that was in the game, that you had to use your ult to use a skill that lets you farm when you're already using your ult to farm potentially.
I think that was better before because then it would bait it baits people to get this pathetic ability, this pathetic Aghanim shard now.
All right,
Anyway, we got
final pickup is a Chaos Knight for the core on PentAce. All right, here it is, our very first draft of Upper Division Dota. Give me your final thoughts, Jenkins. Start with you.
I'm going to go with Zoomers. I think this is a very Zoomers lineup.
Okay.
Damn, is this how it's going to go, Dakota? You're going to go with Jenkins first now?
He's in the middle.
Appreciate it.
He's in the middle.
I'm going to go with Zoomers as well. I like beefcake lineups. I don't see much damage on PentAce, honestly. I don't know how they're going to kill any heroes.
All right. Seems like a Zoomers panel over here. Why don't we go ahead and get into a break? But when we come back, we've got Trent and Lyrical on the mic to bring you the coverage.
Welcome back again, and here we are, Trent. We got the first match of the NADPC Season 2. I can't wait. I literally don't know what's gonna go on in front of us because the patch makes everything just wild. How you feeling?
Yeah, it's very exciting. Obviously, thank you for having us back, everyone in North America. Yeah. It's a pleasure. I mean, some things went pretty well at the major, I would say. Feels pretty good to be hanging out in NA and SA. You know, the old Western Hemisphere.
There's a lot of claiming
here in the Americas. Shout out to the Americas.
A lot of claiming SA. I like it.
All right. Now we got to take them too, you know.
Definitely.
It's a team effort.
Yeah. I feel like there was just so much of a collective sigh of relief where it was like, these teams, they look really, really good. Shouldn't they be really, really good? And then seeing them go there and actually perform well, it was really, encouraging. And so I hope to see a similar story this time around. We've got not sad boys, PentAce. I'm so used to seeing the sad face. They're going to get that changed for us soon. Facing off against 4 Zoomers here. 2 of the teams that I felt like people were really getting amped up for last season. Zoomers falling a little bit by the wayside, but they did take a game off EG. They ended up losing to Undying later as they picked up steam. I'm excited to see how they go here.
Yes, you see, they had to suffer a little to reach past the glory they'd once achieved. You know, like any good movie or book or anime or whatever the kids are reading these days. You know, you gotta suffer some, right? No movie just has the perfect game. You know, you need a pit of suffering and despair. They were gaining hard during the quarantine COVID era. You know, they won lots of tournaments. Zoomers looked very good, and then they just couldn't quite clutch it right in the end, right? Season 1 of the DPC. Now it's time to build that back up.
That's true. That's what you need to do, and it's going to be a tough go of it. Definitely, I feel like the region as a whole has kind of gotten stronger. I think we were already seeing it at the beginning. Black and yellow had a little bit of ascendancy. Granted, all these teams are changing around a lot. Zoomers, one of the teams that decided to stay the course and keeping with themselves. And I think this is just the story of this team. If and when they ever do break up, it's going to be very heart-wrenching, I'm sure. But at least for now, they're looking good. I want to see how they do here. And this time around, we're going to get to see that lone druid that we saw only a couple times. I was looking it up beforehand, and this hero, they're killing it on it. 100% win rate. 7 games, but you just keep picking it. See if it loses.
That's a pretty big number.
It is
100%.
True. Oh God, this isn't the way to do it though.
That's the wrong neighborhood right there.
Oh, Ocean. It happens. We're going to see a lot of this with the bounty runes in the river.
I mean, that was definitely just the AoE increase on Hoof Stomp. That's how else do you hit that? That's all I'm saying.
True, man.
Hey, big buffs right there for Centaur War Runner.
30 seconds to
I guess we should talk a little bit about some of these heroes. Centaur, I feel like, has been making a little bit of a comeback here, but just in general, I feel like I've been seeing a lot of these big tanky folks, like Sunsfan was talking about a little bit. CK playing in this game along with the DK, but Ursa might be there with that like single target damage enough to burst these folks down.
Yeah, Ursa's definitely one of the more terrifying heroes. We got a lot of strong candidates in terms of the looks totally busted category we'll get into later.
Uh-oh. Dropping sprays down, goes in for the stun level 1. Brax, my man. Okay, let's go. Why not? I didn't want a laning stage anyways.
No, he's off lane. It's fine. right? You got combos with your tiny. It's all worth it, right? Just get the bounty runes.
True enough.
So let's say we just got a 2 for 2, and then of course the PentAce first blood. So heading into it, they'll have themselves a little bit of an advantage. But Moo and Fear currently chilling together down here on this bottom lane. This should be an interesting one. The old, yeah, and I've played some CK. I have not tried it in any sort of a support role.
No, it's definitely a little bit different here, but a good nice amount of stun that they're going to be able to throw out, and actually making use of that stun likewise on the CK to try and get away, but Brax running out of there. Moo almost enough for the kill. He has another orb, but isn't going to get there in time. The creep's blocking out Moo's path, and now Ocean's chasing him down. To jump
All right,
around
guys.
because there was
Come
another
on, Fear.
toss in a second.
Get the creeps there, bud. You're not actually a support. All right, you gotta. They've just been ignoring creeps this entire time.
I mean,
But yeah, no, they're trying to figure out the CK. I feel like every time he gets patched, someone tries him support, and it looks pretty good. Obviously, the offlane was pretty good before. So far, I've only played one. It felt really good. I'm expecting Fear to have a pretty good time. You think about the items that have gotten buffed as Moo just casually dies to 2 heroes. So I'm jabbering about builds and stuff. I feel like just CK's items just all look a lot better, right? Satanic, Armlet. Why wouldn't you pick the hero?
of course. Yeah.
With big strength.
I think that it feels definitely quite strong. Is he going to get some stuff ferried out to him right now as well? Yeah, that's why Moo died. That's the reason. As Z-Freak, you can see, going to try and contest this pull that's coming in right now from Sammy as Husky's holding on to the lane for the moment. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to watch in that situation as well. And like the general concept of this game, I feel like Death Prophet so often has been this hero is, oh, Savage Roar mid, Gunner denying the water rune with that. So he
that's
secures
actually
both
nasty,
runes.
dude. He's fixed the patch.
Wow. Okay.
I reject your new idea, Ice Frog.
That's awesome. I mean, Gunner's always a super innovator in the mid lane, like theory crafting these things. And I mean, this might actually make Lone Druid mid insane. If he can deny it like that, like, because you can't even rune control with supports that well to stop this.
I mean, Noxel just pointed out this was the debut. I don't know if it'll be the last time we see him seeing something like that, right? Now, keep in mind, I guess it's only the first, like, 4 minutes and stuff, so it's probably not going to hurt someone too bad, like a DP. Like, he still had 2 charges left, but maybe if you have a gang come into the mid lane, that could help.
Dude, he's going for the 3-minute bounty, too. Oh my god, the rune control coming from this Lone Druid is going to be disgusting.
And he's only level 1 Rubik, so he can't actually do anything.
Look at that, he just gets the bounty rune.
Gunner's single-handedly getting this nerfed.
Oh my god.
You got like 2 days of this, bud. Lone Druid Bear can no longer pick up runes. You'll have to deny them.
Dude, what is Roye going to do with this bottle? He's got 2 charges, and that's all he's getting for like the next 4 minutes.
He has been rationing, so he's got that going for himself, you know.
All right, that's sick. But I mean, to be fair, he's still like winning the lane. He's gained most of the CS. So I don't know if it. I mean, it's still like kind of cheeky, but I don't know if it's gonna matter that much in the end. I just like cool things like that. See during the beginning.
Now bottom Fear's like starting to catch up. He's looking all right, and then Moo. I mean, Moo's been doing pretty well down here, just clicking away, not burning through too many resources, and just got a D ward too. So that's gonna be a fully completed null talisman already from Moo here, and it's very obnoxious, right? It's like. I mean, we're gonna call him a 5 puck because like Moo's the 5 now, but we all know that he's gonna be fairly greedy.
It's true, and if he gets some space to himself, I mean, getting those levels up, it's going to be a real problem. As you can see up top, they've sort of transitioned this now into a bit of a tri-lane almost, trying to find this chase onto Z-Freak. Ocean can't quite get in range. The avalanche is there, and they find the kill. Sammy making the move.
We'll hit him with the tip. Nice. I like it.
Okay. Very neat. And in the meantime, also, Moo here trying to get a pull-off down bottom. They stacked up the camp, and that allows him to now sort of get that delayed pull, denying out the range creep every time, but laying some of the creeps through. So they're looking to have a pretty good time so far down bottom, with CK getting some decent farm for himself.
Yeah, you can see Brax is trying to trade to his advantage with the help of the Breed Fire, just because, like, CK doesn't tend to get a lot of like plus damage outside of the armlet because you mostly just buy like strength items or like, you know, stat items as it were.
Right. True enough. A lot of stacks being taken right now. You can see, or rather being built up right now. Ocean spotting one up on the Radiant Triangle. We'll of course need to keep our eyes on that one. You know, CK not a Battle Fury hero, but does have that cleave at 15, which is going to come much too late probably for that to matter, as Monster gets chased back down, toss over.
Yeah, once the stomp's out.
Easy peasy. Z-Freak in the meantime, he's trying to walk away from this one as well, and we'll be able to make the escape. But yeah,
He had a boot and an orb. That was pretty scary. That could have been dangerous.
interesting. So, I mean, Brax is getting a lot in this lane solo, and they're securing the Ursa's farm for sure. I guess now that, you know, Centaur is sort of being zoned back a little bit, this is going to become more tough now for Monster, but he's already gotten a decent amount of farm out of this lane.
Yeah, I really like what Brax is doing. Like how he's just maneuvering around with a creep wave, and since they don't really have like a lot of burst damage early on, because I mean the puck, you know, Moo doesn't have enough mana to just like constantly spam orbs at him or something, you know. So he's not actually able to whittle down this DK. It's essentially not worth it. The best thing they can try and do is limit his farm, and they haven't really been that successful at it. So what you're hoping is that you're just trading advantageously in terms of having, hey, my CK's this farmed, your DK's that farmed. I'd rather have the farm CK.
Right. And that does make
the
sense.
farm, the slowest stack farming.
Oh, and
Who's
then
gonna come out? Oh, he got another ward too.
yeah, and that's also spotting that the stack has not been taken yet. Trying to get a D ward over here to the side as well. All the wards dead on the high ground. I don't even know what all was up there. I guess we can see it in a little combat log there afterwards, but Husky gets the observer ward and then 2 sentries afterwards, spotting the stack. A lot of early game movement as they've already popped Exorcism mid.
Trick's still level 2. It's almost 3, but like, who's the 5 here between him and Moo?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. Getting a lot on this puck for the position 5.
Radiant's courier has been
And
killed.
they're still getting the pressure on her. Gunner can't really stop that much. They're trying to heal back up the bear.
Yeah, it's not a percent heal, unfortunately, though, so it's not going to go quite as well as how the old Spirit Siphon works, huh?
No. Down bottom, Brax. DK ulti popped. Down very low there with Ocean. And they're going to throw out the stun afterwards onto the illusion. Fear backs away. Not really that much fear at all for him. God, I hope I never do that again. That's just the
That was
worst.
good, yeah, nice. I mean, that's, if you guys are going to try out CK, because the new patch is Sammy Boy, tossed, hits. They get a lot of damage, but they can get it. By the looks of it.
Enrage?
Jeez. We didn't jump.
Dude, he held that rate in rage forever.
Yeah. That basically sealed his escape just by holding on to it, because then you don't want to jump in his Moo and die.
Z-Freak.
Very fired too.
Yeah. And then Husky moves on in. And never really in doubt, keeping it safe, but there is now movement back over to the sides. They want to chase down Z-Freak. He's getting pummeled. The Bear Man. They don't have any points in upheaval yet to try and slow him down, but Fatal Bond's down to everybody. Wants to chase away Monster. They can beat into him a little bit. This might be
He's
enough. with the
1500
Fatal
HP.
Bonds. Yeah, this is going to hurt the rest of them. And the chase down continuing. Roya moves in. They find the final touch. Ocean likely to go down now as well as Roya made that rotation. Husky's just going to TP out of there. And Sammy, in the meantime, has a similar option, but he's going to decide to walk it off. So lots of heroes mid as Gunner gets the pressure onto the tower. Lots of heroes top, rather, as Gunner gets onto mid.
That was kind of terrifying. Did they even hit Z-Freak outside of the Fatal Bonds? I feel like the Fatal Bonds did all the damage to him while he was just sitting in the trees.
Yeah, it was scary.
I actually can't believe... I feel like I just don't see Centaur enough since he's been so absent from the pro scene, but like he actually has 1500 HP at level 5. Like, who's the next highest in this game? 900 probably? Oh, we got to... Oh, sorry, we have a DK. That's right. He has Treads and Bracer. He's also, with Strike Treads, almost at 1500, which is absurd. Or absurd, as my boy Kyle would say.
There you are.
Yeah, I was watching some Dota today. Kyle, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know if that's the word.
Terrible. That's not. But you know what? It's fine. This is what we do. We make
Still
up
love
things.
Kyle. It's okay.
I will say, you know, you don't get that many instances of it, but of like getting to see the new patch in action until you actually play it. I got to see one pub game where it got up to 7,500. Fog was playing. It's absolutely monstrosity. And it doesn't feel like it's that hard to get there. As bottom, they chase, and CK Fear trying to walk away from this one. Ocean won't have another toss in time. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of this where you just like hit somebody and then, you know, they gradually walk away.
Well, especially because they saw Warlock and instantly picked the Centaur, and I have to think that that's also, you know, partially related because that was kind of a classic counter pick before, when both these heroes were decent, is that you could utilize the Stampede to escape. Stampede's been so badly because Myers has been the end-all be-all, so it's like, oh, you're in the arena. You know, where are you going to run to? But when the Golem and the Fatal Bonds threaten, nothing's quite better than just getting the hell out of there.
It's true. Yeah, and that is the big benefit here. Obviously, can also use it aggressively if you feel like it on Death Prophet. You know, getting in there pretty deep with the Exorcism and stuff. But trading off of towers now, as Brax was able to take down bottom. The big commitment mid, as PentAce was able to take that one down, and now the map opening up a little bit more for him.
If they fail this gank, this could be really good for PentAce though, because they still have Exorcism as well with taking that mid tower.
Right.
So a little foothold anywhere right now can be a tower just taken instantly. Like Roya could just go top right now.
No.
Oh, he's under an Obs and Sentry combo right now. They really want to capitalize on this.
Husky.
They're watching him the whole way.
Yeah, they know. Toss in. There's the jump. Brax with the stun. Can they blow him up in time? Avalanche afterwards. The Stampede was used. Coil afterwards, and Roya's going to get out. Unless there is a very lucky route here. The silence comes out. The chase down not quite going to be enough in time. Tossing in Brax again. My goodness. Mr. Hand Grenade himself. They aren't going to be able to capitalize on any of these moves, so no kill
just took top by himself. So again, they just took another tower with that Exorcism.
Yeah.
At this point, you're even threatening like Rosh soon enough. And I think early Rosh should definitely become a focus when possible now because of the second Rosh shard. I think that's a crazy big bonus. Because before, like, sure, getting first Rosh early was nice for the cheese, but like the shard, like, come on.
Right.
The shard's the big thing. You throw a shard on half of the heroes now, like one of your carries. Imagine if Ursa just doesn't have to save for it. He just has a shard at, 20 minutes.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, because it's an item that you definitely want on him as well. That's going to be something to watch for. Maybe going to get another toss in here of Brax on Demu.
Wait, does that mean we can level 1 Roach and get 11-minute shards?
Let's go.
I didn't even think about that.
That's the new hype. Level 1 Roche is back, Trent. You heard it here first.
Only it wasn't so worthless otherwise and very difficult.
I mean, that makes it worth it all by itself. This lineup could have level 1 Roche. Lone Druid, Ursa. Come on, Zoomers. Get your head in the game. Can you imagine if they started off DPC Season 2 with a level 1 Roche?
Well, the funny thing is that everyone is like 5-man camping bounty runes anyway on a high ground, so you might get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as they're not camping the one by the Roche. That would be a real issue. Guys are hobbling out of there, 30% HP. Yeah. Oh, no.
Dude, but he comes back afterwards. Yeah, yep.
Popped out on it as always. Oh no, shouldn't have watched that one, I guess.
Smoke up. Multiple heroes trying to find somebody. Zoomers, who are they going to run into? Puck is there. It's still not a great target, but...
Oh, I mean, he's a higher level than Monster.
All right, that works. I thought they weren't going to be able to get him, but Brax with the Blink Dagger reveal. That's more than enough.
Yeah, they lose their ward, but they'll take it.
And now, back towards mid they go as they want to claim a Tier 1 tower of their own here. Glyph is going to be used. Rubik turning into true form for a little bit here.
Red's going to bring out the ghosties, perhaps.
Fear him away.
It's all about the Stampede, though, I suppose, eh? With a minute away, that might be tough to commit.
Oh, stun is there. And they might have to resummon on this one. Gunner has to let it go.
Oh,
he actually doesn't have another bear.
And the tower actually burned down to Brax while they were all standing around it killing the bear. No one denied it.
Interesting. So Gunner playing without a bear now for another 80 seconds. Unless I'm just missing it.
I have to confess, I got all chatted at because I died twice armlet toggling during Dragon Corrosive Breath. It was very painful.
Life.
It was unwarranted. I blame IG. Nice use of the enrage there to snap the coil early.
Well, Sammy just going to run away from this one. So gank unsuccessful. Again, they're trying to take advantage of no dragon form, no bear for a little bit. They're going to block out the Ancients right now as well. Z-Freak tried to go for a good steal there, but Husky covered himself with the Shadow Word immediately afterwards. I guess 4 points in Shadow Word's not bad right now. But we'll see how this goes.
You know when you can't stop looking at that Tide Hunter and just like, man, are they ever going to Ravage? I feel like that with Royo right now. Like,
yeah.
We ever going to use these ghosts? Like, I can't really be mad, but like they've taken great towers and objectives. It's just like you almost feel like, man, I wish we had something going with this so far. But now he's double null, heading towards the Yules, has the boots of travel completed already. His game's totally fine.
Right.
And it's probably holding back Zoomers a little bit. Like, that was a pretty soft commitment mid. We'll fear.
Uh-oh. Where's everybody at?
That got messy.
TP out immediately. Oh,
he died!
They come in at the end. Z-Freak, the finish. Able to snipe him. And they are going to pop Exorcism now. Will they be able to transition this into anything afterwards besides just the kills? I mean, even just the kills is worth it as Ocean is going to go down. Wow.
Yeah, that was so close. And now Brax is lurking mid. He wants the blink stun on the Moo. But the follow-up route would have to hit.
I mean, they have to run. You got to get out of here right now. Zoomers.
There's no value fighting this.
Oh, the coil is there. Brax is in some trouble. Meanwhile, on the other side, they're trying to chase down Gunner a little bit. Broyorelia changes targets. They're going to drop the rock, actually. And now with the turn, a big old stun. Can they kill him off in time? PP goes down. And in the meantime, true form Gunner Fairy Fire's almost enough for the live. But Fear is going to turn up, try and take down the rest of them. Brax, a world of hurt. Ocean moving back in now. Avalanche toss onto the stun. Ooh, can they kill off Fear in time? Sammy, he was able to jump down to the low ground, but it doesn't matter. They're still able to kill down the CK. And now Monster will have another stun back up in a moment, but doesn't get it off. Big win there in the end.
Yeah, they got so greedy continuing that after the Exorcism was ending. Because, like, once Moo went on Brax and he popped the Dragon form, I think they should have just completely retreated. Like, well, what's the point of fighting there? Like, you're losing Exorcism and they use the Dragon form. That's probably your best chance to get out. But Royal felt like he had something on the high ground. And it was close, obviously. Like, it wasn't a disastrous trade in the end, but they don't manage to secure really much with the ulti in this case.
Right. Well, yeah, and I guess, I mean, part of the context of all of that was losing the Ursa up top first, but him able to get back into that fight afterwards, it completely changed things around. But a very close game still.
Husky with the nerf on the sentries. I feel like that might have caught it otherwise.
That's a good point. Just barely outside the range there. And will mean that they will have another round with no Ancients here. He's queuing up the shard at the moment. So that AoE and granting the movement speed bonus and slows. Kind of cool for the Warlock if he can finish that one off.
Yeah, it's a pretty large AoE too. Like, it's not that difficult to hit several heroes.
Right.
You can also use it on the creep waves, right? Which is really nice. That feels good. You just throw down the bonds and throw down the shadow word. You can like push it really fast if emergency situations arise.
True enough.
You get all the gold too. It's like you basically get all the last hits and you can like run away even if you have to. So it is a good way to propel yourself to a second item as Warlock.
Well, just in general, like having Shadow Word be useful in the late game, or like having like, you know, Warlock be useful beyond Chaotic Offering is nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry for my teammates, but don't go the Shadow Word heal bonus talent. It's not worth it, I promise. I pretty much threw a game by going that instead of just the summon goal and undeath. So, condolences. I felt like I had to try and, you know, live the patch.
Right, of course.
We'll see. I mean, they're also really good at Dota and I'm not, so Husky might make it work.
It's analyst, you know, work. That's what you got to do.
Yes, I'm going to put it on my taxes. I'll tell them they can deduct it when they send their stuff to the IRS.
Brax TPing in. Ocean's already there. Have Blink Dagger online. Rhea has a regen rune, so if they manage to get out of this fight and can sort of reset, or a quick turnaround with the regen could be nice. Ooh, Gunner in some trouble here. Jump in, gets true form off, but is taking a lot of damage. Can they get out of there in time? The golem comes out, connects onto everybody. Look at the fatal bonds afterwards. Is it going to be enough though? The avalanche, the toss, Fear is down low.
Gunner?
He's going to fall. Unreal. This man's living on nothing. Holy moly, dude, that right click and then the heal from the bear and right clicking him. Holy crap.
I can't believe he lived there between like the Shadow Word heal and the bear.
Dude,
oh, that's crazy.
Freaking Suns
What was
fans.
even...
Suns fans gonna be so mad about that Centaur cast point. Like the cast point, it's even though it's getting buffed over and over again, it takes so long to get that stun off. Oh.
And, you know, I think they should just like double the sound effect.
There you go.
Then I feel like people wouldn't be as upset about it. Like if it was just a little bit more satisfying and loud, then you could probably get away with it.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, I don't know. That looked like such a big mess. Like the Fatal Bonds was so good, but all I saw was heroes casting a lot of spells, and it looked like they were getting pretty low in the zoomers, and suddenly they all just kind of came out alive.
Right. Well, and that's before Shard for Husky as well.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes. Oh, man. What a big turning point right there for the Zoomers, and Husky in the right place at the right time. So, now, of course...
Trying to figure out a game plan for PentAce.
Yeah.
Big item on Fear would be really nice. If they could just, like, finish out of the BKB that he's opting towards here.
Right.
They jump onto Sammy. Remember, he has the Aegis, so they're not looking to hard commit onto this at all. They're hoping someone else jumps in there. Oh, Moon, oh. He thought people were looking in the trees, I think. Oh,
yeah. Damn, dude. The tips in this game are great.
Or Moo should have just question marked, I think.
Yeah, I like that. That's all we see in NA DPC. It's guys, we picked up some strats from the major.
Yeah, we've learned.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, a blank though on Z Freak. Or as Canadians call him Zed Freak.
I like it.
See if he can make something happen for the squad.
If there is one guy that I would trust to make some big plays on Rubik, I feel like Z Freak's on the top of my list up there. It's definitely one of them. He is, you know, gone quiet, not playing on one of the bigger teams for a while, but this guy is still just an absolute monster on this hero. Not a ton of great abilities to steal this game, though, that are quite easy enough, at least. Keep our eyes on it.
I like the spread that they have right now for PentAce, because at least they're getting something, right? They're trading while the enemy has Aegis and Lone Druid.
Right.
So it's not exactly easy to take towers at a similar pace. And they should get top here. Here as kind of greeted up here because he needs that gold for his BKB, so he's back towards the jungle. And they want to force them home now. They're right up in their buildings.
That's right. The bear strat. They're getting in them.
Jeez.
Avalanche tries to make it work. They're going to coil. Meanwhile, they pop out, trying to find that stun. Does connect, but Brax jumps forward, and again, the big rock lands. The Fatal Bonds onto both. It is so much damage being shared between the two of them. Sammy going to back out. Ocean jumps in. Avalanche toss. Moo almost dead from that one. They will be able to pull back into Tiny, but now the chase down continues. Oh, Royoya's going back into the grave in just a moment. They're on top of that DP, dead again after the buyback. And Sammy going for the taunt as he dies underneath the fountain, basically. But they got what they came for. This lane of Brax is here. 4 seconds
back
done.
in.
Oh, wait, no, into the fountain. Sammy, no. Sammy, no. Oh, the 4 second stun on CK. What timing?
I'm still calling it worth, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that if I'm Sammy.
That's fair.
It is a slight glimmer, I suppose, considering how many buybacks you spent. That at least you did get a significantly sized bounty in the most valuable hero in the game. But nonetheless, great stuff from Zoomers and just great pacing.
Right.
Now they really took advantage of that Aegis.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they and you know, you look at the timing. They had about a minute left. I mean, obviously you could have farmed more before you did that, but I think part of the reason it worked so well is what you mentioned, the push down bottom and then forcing them all back quickly at it.
Yeah, there's a reason we kind of described what they were doing as a bit greedy for PentAce, and in this case they got caught with a hand in the cookie jar, as Mr. AC used to say.
There you are. Oh, man. Oh, and I didn't even see this. Warlock's got the Holy Locket now on top of the Shard.
Oh, now we're talking.
That is a lot of heal.
That's
I
pretty
like
smart. 35% bonus. Jeez.
Well, this is the
Maybe
NA.
now I could take the talent.
That's right. This is the NADPC.
There is a
so
bear
we'll
on the
get back.
Radiant before you get too confused with Zeeper. I don't know if you've noticed. He's a bear as well.
Oh, yeah. Now they're in a little bit of a bearish situation as Monster is going to go down as well. Sammy trying to chase here.
Do you think Zeeper could just camouflage like you think he was one of his own? Oh, no. He's lost his disguise.
That's not, something smells funky about this bear. Oh, he's a wizard again. Get him. He's not one of us.
shitty wizard because he's dead.
I kill him again. Really good stuff here coming from 4 Zoomers. And I think that this is now that point where you sort of have snowballed enough. You're online. The tower pressure is going to come. Look at that heal.
They're counting on some gargantuan mistake or something where they just decided to dive the fountain with like 3 or 4 heroes this time instead.
Yeah.
You know, PentAce, I'm sure, already trying to figure out exactly what part of the strategy the Zoomers really threw them off. Was it the lone druid or was it the Ursa? Which one of these bears?
True enough.
God, that lone druid.
Dude, they can't even kill the creeps, really. This is so difficult to do. The jump in finds it yet again. A good coil, but the rock comes afterwards. And look at the Swiss cheese grater. Just all getting gobbled up. The upheaval's keeping them in place. Take them down one by one by one. The triple kill and the GG is called. Sammy ends it with an ultra. Zoomers, yeah, they're still a pretty good team.
Husky's ultis this game were just perfect. I mean, we didn't give him that much credit, but at the same time, I feel like he was just kind of standing back there several times like, hello, I'm alone. It's a big ulti.
Yeah.
It's not like he was hiding in the trees or something.
No, and I think that, I mean, again, so much of that game I felt like came down to that like one fight where Gunnar was able to get off his true form in time before they were able to burst him. Man, like if they get that silence out beforehand or something else happens, like, you know, this game maybe looks different, but some clutch plays and 4 Zoomers able to take it. Anything that you're seeing from PentAce that like concerns you going forward? Like you had mentioned the switch up of the farm where it felt like Moo was getting more of it as composed to Z Freak, and then there's also just maybe being a little bit too greedy overall, or what was your thoughts on that?
It definitely looks like the laning stage has been an issue. Also, just like the speed at which, like, why weren't we exorcisming to take some buildings, win more fights? Like, they were training really well, but maybe they just need to like push a little bit further, you know?
True.
And try and actually get to that next tower. Because now you can take a tier 2 early and it actually benefits you a lot, you know? You don't have to wait for the 20 minutes anymore. So there could have been something there. Also, shout out to Husky because he did the second most damage in the entire game after only Sammy Boy. So damn.
Yeah, he did more damage than the entire PentAce team. Good Warlock pick. We'll see if it gets banned. But for now, we're going to head on back to the panel. But first, a quick break. We'll be back in a few to hear from all those wonderful people, their deep thoughts. I'm sure we're going to hear Suns fan complain about Centaur. It's just going to happen. But don't worry. We'll be there for you. See you guys in a bit.